Why are women so attracted to the male poet archetype? Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to get started with my coaching, my day, my counseling. And so I just wanted to start off by saying what makes women so drawn to the poet archetype, okay? Now, I've been exploring this archetype as well as for a while. I know the artist, and then now we have the poet. How does the artist and the poet differ, okay? And we're really looking at the book Open Her by Karen Brody, okay? So shout out to that book as I'm going through that and kind of breaking it down from my own perspective and understanding. Also shout out to Diamond Bavell, who's a spoken word poet in IMC Nation. So, and also I'm a rapper myself, you know what I mean? And we have a bunch of rappers in the tribe as well, so shout out to them, of like Too Real, the artist, and you know, Walk on Water, rappers who are doing their thing in the Flow Jedis. You know, you guys are poets, because rap stands for rhythm and poetry. As a rapper, I've been really inspired by language, okay? Inspired by words and linguistics and punchlines and metaphors and wordplay. But what good is all of that if I can't communicate it to somebody else and they get a deep feeling or a sensation or an understanding from me? How can I be more mindful in my communication style as a poet? When I say poet, I'm not talking about the general sappy poet who's writing like sad lyrics and, you know, the tormented artist. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the poet who knows how to use the specificity of language. You see, poetic language is meaningless, it's fluff, unless it's meaningful and you've made it meaningful or it's directed at someone. You want to feel like a warm flame that mesmerizes her. And you, as the poet, when you look at her, you see yourself in a frame, in a movie frame with her that you really like. And you hold that image, you hold that vision. You don't let other people knock you off that timeline. As a poet, you're looking for that woman who sets ablaze that song in your heart so that you can get inspired to start writing and communicating even deeper, and to be that steady redwood oak tree that doesn't get toppled over. You know, when I look into your eyes, I see amazing possibilities. I'm just giving you an example of the vibe of the poet, okay? You're able to reflect the real her. You're able to reflect the real her, okay? She gets to experience being authentic around you. She lets down her mask or her shield or her guard or her armoring in her heart. As a poet, you almost have a radar for people's inner states, how they're feeling, what they're thinking about. And you don't want to get into this poet mentality where you get this kind of Oneitis, right? You get stuck to one girl and, you know, you devote all of your love to that one girl and no one else exists. And no, you're the poet that can get other women, but chooses to devote his time to that one girl. That is what makes you high value. That is what makes you special. Not just because you're dedicating all this time to this one woman and you're demonstrating to the world that you don't get women, okay? You have to play this intelligently, right? Because not so intelligently that you get caught up in your head, obviously. However, through your execution and through the way that you move around an environment, you can't be perceived as the stalker. You got to be perceived as the poet, okay? She was being fully seen for a deep merging and unspeakable delight. So as a man, what you see, you've got to give value and context to what you see, translate that through poetic language so she can start to understand what you're actually feeling for her, what you're actually seeing in her. And once you express your emotions, obviously there's a vulnerability there, and that's the risk of being the poet. But that risk is also a flow state trigger that allows you to ride the wave of that. This risk also gives her a sense of a gut level desire that arises. However, if you as a man cannot express your passions, how is she as a woman going to express her desire for you if you can't translate your passions, you see? You want to find the words that are aligned with her truest sense of self. Now, awaken this concept within you, right? This is only one aspect of masculine loving, okay? So if you're playing the poet, got to understand that this is a small chunk, but how you're using this is really important. Choosing a woman or a girlfriend once doesn't give that an automatic stamp that she's mine. You got to choose her again and again and again and again and again. And that's what the poet does, is they maintain this storyline, this narrative. How are you creating your narrative in your own life? One is permanence. For love, you got to keep choosing her to love her. The moment you stop loving, she's gonna feel it. So you got to be actively choosing to make this thing happen, right? You're gonna have to take proactivity. You're living in the past if you're not making a choice. What Karen says is you can't ride the coattail of a poem that you wrote 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Celebrating a woman is about demonstrating your delight for her. Of course she wants to be the center of attention, okay? Of course she wants you to bring her around. This is public display that you like her. And you want other people to see that. You want to show her off, in a sense, okay? Celebrating her is unconsciously saying that I still see you, I want you, I love you. Bro, what you did for her yesterday or a month back is gone. It's gone. It doesn't really, I mean, of course it's still in her memories somehow, but it's not there in the moment. And for the feminine, it is like the river, and you are the riverbank, like I said. So if you keep entertaining that river and just watching it go, you can't really celebrate alongside her. You gotta celebrate alongside her. Remember that. You can't be like 5 steps back and she's moving forward. She's waking up earlier than you. You know, she's getting to work and working all the time and you're sitting at home writing poems. That's not gonna work, bro. You gotta create your poetry minefield. You gotta know how to use your words like a master magician. Okay, like a wizard with your words. Listen, an empty heart is neither amorous or generous, okay? You gotta open your heart up if you wanna tap into this archetype. Choosing a woman might be an intimate act. Oh, I choose you to be my girlfriend. Oh, I choose to propose to you, whatever it is, right? Celebrating a woman is a public act. You show her off, you celebrate her beauty. I like to be territorial, personally. I don't look at it as jealousy, but I do like that she belongs to me and she doesn't have eyes everywhere, right, in a sense. But of course that comes with commitment. As a man, you can't just be like, you know I love you, right? Okay, that's an insecurity working within you. She can't know that you love her. She's got to feel that you love her. That's the thing, bro. Take a second and try and notice what you notice about her that you'd like to celebrate in some way. What moves you about her? That's the most important thing for you to do in this archetype, okay? I gotta get going. I'm running out of time, but I hope you enjoyed this video today. Have an incredible day. Stay poetic. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it to the upward spiral, gang. May you never be the same again. We're also almost at 1,000 subscribers, so invite your friends. Let's make this happen. We're gonna celebrate with a live stream when we hit 1,000. Let's go. May we never be the same again.